This promo, without a doubt, in my 30 years of poker, is this either A, if they did this knowingly, knowing there would be a controversy, and I don't see how you don't see it happening, this is the sleaziest promo I've ever heard of in 30 years. Byron, this is just bad for poker. There are no winners here, that you want. So in the end, I think everyone loses here. Shame on you if you knew, and if you didn't, do better.
Talk about scumbags. That's right, we're here to talk about the WSOP paying the Bubble Boy 30k. No, not the WSOP one. No, sorry. That's right, we're here to talk about GG offering the winner of the main event an extra $1 million if they qualified in their satellite promotion.
No, not GG, not GG. No, it's the
WPT. The WPT? Fuck's it, what the fuck are we doing here? Right, so apparently we're still talking about this Millie Maker controversy. The last couple of weeks has really summed up where we are in the poker world. Two guys impacting absolutely no one else decided that maybe we can just win an extra $1 million. That's how the promo was intended. That's exactly what WPT wanted. But no, the WSOP wasn't happy, and neither was Mr. Negreanu. But we'll get to him in a bit. So the WSOP, they said, it damaged the integrity of the tournament, the sanctity of the bracelet. They broke rules. People keep saying they broke rules.
Well, they broke rules to game the system.
You cannot collude when there is no loss to be had. There's two people, they're not colluding against anyone. Let's be very clear, they did not break the rules on collusion. And if we're going to say that cutting a deal is breaking the rules, that is an absolute farce. Yes, the WSOP doesn't allow deals, but it happens every single day at the WSOP. Ask any bracelet winner if a deal was discussed heads up. I can guarantee you it almost certainly was, and most of them will do them. And also, they should be allowed to do deals. This is frankly ridiculous. How can the players put up all the money themselves and then the WSOP, who rake the shit out of them, can tell them that they cannot do deals? This is frankly ridiculous. Every other operator manages to figure it out. WSOP have created a rod for their own back for not allowing this, and WPT Gold have just taken advantage of it, and hats off to them. Great promo. But let's really be honest. The WSOP could not give a shit about the sanctity of the bracelet. They hand out flip and goes, they hand out hundreds of bracelets a year. The first WSOP bracelet was voted on. For God's sake, if we look at the main event last year, the champion was using solvers on the rail, which is flagrantly against their rules. We know it's against their rules. That's why they clamped down on electronics this year. It is frankly fucking nonsense. It is ridiculous that this has been allowed. They allowed a guy to use solvers to win $10 million. But because two blokes took part in a promo that didn't involve them and it made them look a little bit silly.
The fact is that this is not a victimless crime.
They've got a bit upset. It's frankly utterly ridiculous. And WSOP should be ashamed of themselves. But we shouldn't look at WSOP to look out for us. They are owned by Caesars, a massive multi-million-dollar corporation. And their job is to look out for the bottom line. So I think, unfortunately, that's all that could be expected. But who we should hold to a higher standard is the people who proclaim to represent the players. We've got the likes of Rob Coon tweeting out, fucking running his own investigations, trying to get to the bottom of this to make sure those scumbags don't steal money from a corporation who wanted to give it to them, while he sits there wearing an ACR patch, who run $10 million bot rings, cheat people left, right and centre, do nothing to hold up gaming integrity, and if anything, actively encourage cheating. Actually, they did actively encourage cheating. They allowed bots on their sites. That's the integrity we're looking for. But obviously Rob Coon's not the main thrust of this story. It is everyone's favourite child, Kid Poker, Daniel Negreanu, who is going to have to be the biggest shill in poker, because he says, and I quote, "This is the sleaziest promo he's seen in 30 years. This is a promo that the site he represents also runs. GG offer $1 million to any satellite winner that then wins the main event. Now, you can argue that the disparity in the prizes is different. The million doesn't impact ICM so much. Bollocks, it's the same promotion. And he is just the biggest shill known to man. And he's got priors for this. Defended Poker Stars when they did Supernova Elite.
If the rake is too high for the good players, what you're left with is bad players who are going to lose.
He is just the biggest shill known to man. when the WSOP started funding their super mega tournament, whatever, in their winter series that deliberately ran against the WPT ones with the intention of driving it into the ground. He defended that. He came up with reasons why it wasn't really deliberate. Those seem to have disappeared now, surprisingly. And he said that was all fair game, and that's fine. But this is sleazy. Giving an extra $1 million to players. Finally, we get something back from the big corporations where since Black Friday it's just been take, and now we get something back. And the likes of Poker.org are against it. Daniel Negreanu is against it, unsurprisingly. So we really need to have a long, hard look at who is representing us, because it should not be this guy.
The rakes. Fuck the pros.
Yeah. She said it, not me.